Hey people, check out how many stupid idiots there are, how many closed-minded idiots there are to date in Australia, okay?
Releasing the COVID Safe app, and the COVID Safe app is about assisting.
They mean the tracing app, not the COVID Safe app. The tracing app so that they can see whether you're social distancing or not, so that they can track you.
Finding those cases which might be undiagnosed in the community, helping people to get earlier treatment, helping people to have earlier diagnosis, and to ensure
If you wanted to go to the doctors, surely you're adult enough to decide for yourself whether you're going to go or not without having somebody knock on your door, right?
that our doctors and our nurses, our health workers, our families and our
Doctors, nurses, health workers, is he talking about all of those that are keeping the hospitals, keeping people out of the hospitals so that nobody can see that they're empty? Are they the ones that he's talking about?
friends are protected, and that will save lives and protect lives. How does it work? Very simply, download the app from your app store. It could be the Google.
Yeah, be a fool, download the fucker, show how much brains you got.
The Google App Store. It could be the Apple App Store. Subsequently register from 6 p.m. today. You then have your app open. It provides a Bluetooth handshake. It sits on your phone in terms of the data. That data is encrypted. No one has access to it.
Who are they trying to kid? No one has access to it? So if no one has access to it, how is it that they know where you are and what phone is connecting to what phone? But he says no one has access to it.
Not even yourself, no Commonwealth officials.
No Commonwealth officials? So who actually has access to it?
If you are diagnosed, then you already have voluntary consent for downloading the app. But
See, if you volunteered to download it, right? They can do whatever they fucking want to you.
you're asked a second time. Only a state public health official can be given access to that data, and only after you have then consented for a second time. It's then your details of whom you have been in contact with for more than 15 minutes with less than 1.5 metres distance will then be provided. In terms of privacy, no person can access what's on their phone. No other person can access what's on your phone.
Is he kidding me? People hack into people's phones every day. Who's he kidding?
It's also prohibited by law.
Huh? So what? So what? If they want to make it mandatory for you to download that app, what? Then it's not prohibited by law? Then they decide that you have to do it?
Already signed in to law on behalf of the government a Biosecurity Act determination which prevents access, which ensures that the data has to be kept on an Australian server. It cannot leave the country. It cannot be accessed by anybody.
Oh, come on. Then why is the government always saying China hacked the United States government, Russia hacked this one, like Australia's not hacking somebody, like the United States isn't hacking somebody, and your details are secure.
Other than a state public health official, it cannot be used for any purpose other than the provision of data for the purposes of finding people with whom you have been in close contact, and it's punishable by jail if there's a breach of that.
Like any of them go to jail, right? But anyway, let me read on down here. The Australian government's COVID Safe app has been downloaded 1 million times in a matter of hours. 1 million. Are these figures correct or not? But let me tell you, that's 1 million stupid ass fucking people. 1 million stupid ass fucking people to date, which today is Monday, okay, here in Australia. Be curious to see how high the numbers go. The app was released at 6 p.m. on Sunday, and by 10:30 p.m. 1 million Australians had managed to download it from the App Store. Health Minister Greg Hunt lauded those who had rushed to embrace the contact tracing technology. Of course you would. As at 10:30 p.m, 1 million Australians have downloaded and registered for the COVID Safe app. Please join us and help protect ourselves, our families, each other, but above all else, our nurses and doctors. Downloading the app is voluntary, but the government has previously said 40% of Australians, or 10 million people, will need to take up the contact tracing app for it to be a success. Yeah, I'm not going to be one of those. Using the app has been encouraged by Mr. Hunt and Prime Minister Scott Morrison, who have both said the app will be a vital tool in helping Australia ease restrictions designed to stop the spread. So if you download it, they're telling you that'll ease restrictions, meaning if you don't download it, the restrictions will stay. So is it voluntary or is that a threat? Sounds more like a threat to me. It assists in the early alert and finding of people who may have been in contact with a person who is positive with a diagnosis. Mr. Morrison moved to reassure the public on Sunday only health officers would have access to the data the app collected. Sure. It's another tool we need to get back. We need to get back to normal as much as we can. Really? Like having that means getting back to normal? Like fucking hell. No other government agency can use this information, no one in the Commonwealth Government at all, and in state authorities, only the health officer can use it. Not the police, not the welfare people, nowhere else, just the health officer. Bull fucking crap. Like I said, people hack phones all the time. The governments hack each other's fucking shit all the time. Questions remain about the app's effectiveness on iPhones. Android owners can use their devices normally while the app runs in the background. But if the iPhone goes into low power mode, it reduces the background app refresh, and which may impact contact tracing capabilities. Hang on, let me read that again. Questions remain about the app's effectiveness on iPhones. Android owners can use their devices normally while the app runs in the background, but if the iPhone goes into low power mode, it reduces the background app refresh, which may impact contact tracing capabilities. German app to have one major difference. Shortly after Australia launched COVID Safe, which was based on Singapore's Tracing Together app, it was revealed Germany was preparing its own contact tracing software. Can you people not see what is happening here? One country following the rest. This is not just in one place. This is going to happen everywhere, coming to a neighbourhood near you very soon. If you're forced to do this, people, smash your fucking mobile phone. However, the German app is expected to store data on users' phones rather than on a central database. Like Australia's, the German app will use Bluetooth to alert smartphone users when they have been in contact with someone infected with COVID-19. Germany is among the nations hardest hit by coronavirus, with more than 157,000 confirmed cases and more than 5,800 deaths. People, don't be fooled. This is not just in Australia. Don't be fooled, people. This is moving from country to country. They want everybody tracked. They want everybody traced. Don't be fucking fooled, okay? Do not be fooled. Do not be an idiot. I mean, hey, I can't tell anybody what to do. If it gets to the point where it's mandatory, like I said, I, for one, would rather smash my phone, and I will smash my phone. But if you want to be tracked and traced to that level, and this has got nothing to do with COVID Safe, okay? Nothing to do with COVID Safe. If they're easing shit here, there, and everywhere, the app is not needed. If somebody gets sick, they'll get sick, they'll go to hospital. Ask yourself, how many people around you do you see dropping dead from this pandemic? They called it a pandemic. I'm not calling it a pandemic. They called it a pandemic. A pandemic means people drop dead all around you. It moves like fucking wildfire. Are we seeing this? No, we're not. We're seeing hospitals close their doors. What we're seeing is empty hospitals. We're seeing nurses and doctors dancing in the hospitals and putting that shit out. We're seeing doctors coming forward saying that this is not what they were told that it was. We're seeing respiratory therapists coming forward going that there is no shortage on friggin' respirators and whatever, ventilators and respirators. Don't be fooled, people. Your country is next.